They say the devil doesn't come dressed in a red cape and pointy horns. He comes as everything you've ever wished for. Chioma Okafor learned this lesson far too late. The morning sun blazed over the bustling streets of Lekki, Lagos, casting golden light through the windows of the Okafor household. The aroma of jollof rice and peppered chicken filled the air as Chioma stood at the kitchen counter, humming along to the Afrobeats playing softly from the radio. Her husband, Emeka, wrapped his arms around her waist from behind, planting a gentle kiss on her neck. "Good morning, my queen," he whispered in Igbo. Chioma turned in his embrace, her eyes sparkling with contentment. "Good morning, my king." This was their morning routine. 5 years of marriage, and they still moved around each other like newlyweds who had just paid their bride price yesterday. Their friends at the Redeemed Christian Church often joked that their love was almost sickening in its perfection. But Chioma and Emeka didn't care. They had built something precious together, a union blessed by God and their ancestors. Or so they thought. The sound of footsteps on the marble staircase interrupted their moment. Blessing, Chioma's stepsister, appeared in the doorway of their spacious dining room, yawning and stretching. Her Brazilian weave was disheveled from sleep, and she wore an oversized t-shirt that hung off one shoulder. "Morning," Blessing mumbled, heading straight for the kettle to make tea. "Good morning, Blessing," Chioma said warmly. "Did you sleep well?" "Yes, now," Blessing replied, not meeting her sister's eyes. Chioma and Emeka had taken Blessing in 3 months ago after her fiancé broke off their engagement 2 weeks before the wedding. The young woman had been devastated, not just emotionally, but financially. She'd spent all her savings on the wedding preparations, the aso-ebi, the hall booking, everything. When her fiancé called it off after meeting someone else, Blessing was left heartbroken and broke, unable to afford her rent in Yaba. Chioma, with her generous heart, couldn't bear to see her stepsister suffer such shame and struggle. The whispers at the market, the pitying looks from family members, the returned wedding gifts. It was all too much for Blessing to bear alone. Emeka had agreed without hesitation. After all, in their Igbo culture, family helped family. It was their duty. What they didn't see were the looks Blessing gave them when their backs were turned. The way her jaw clenched when Emeka kissed Chioma goodbye before leaving for his office in Ikoyi.